Welcome to The Purpose Effect, the space where we get honest, we get intentional, and we get aligned with the life God designed for us. I am Alesha, and I am with my amazing co-host, David, and our mission is simple: to help you stop floating through life and start living with purpose, intention, and clarity. And let's put it into action. David, how are you, good friend?
I am moving into the new year with a new attitude and thought pattern of change.
It's exciting.
If I tell myself the same thing over and over again, I'm going to believe it. That's where we're going today. So I'm starting right there. We are going to have a new year filled with change and growth and less technological difficulties. My goodness, putting my podcast together this week was
It's been a journey for you.
it literally took all three devices. I used my laptop, my tablet, and my telephone between recording, editing, and uploading it to the cloud where we put those things before they go into the universe. Yeah. Um, it's a new year. We're looking to new things, both of us. We're looking to do exactly what we've been talking about as last year wrapped up and we started the foundation of this journey. Here we are, right? So now it's time to shut up, put up.
And
Oh
actually
wait,
put it into action.
I don't think that works. A podcast, we're supposed to talk.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, maybe our spouses would appreciate it, but it's not how podcasts work. So we better not shut up.
It's a good thing we have them, because if we were spouses, neither one of us would ever hear anything because we
Oh,
talk so
it'd
much.
be disastrous.
Terrible, terrible. Not to mention you're like a child, anyways. So we can't have any of that.
Well, moving from that conversation, that was
Yes,
weird. And now
dear.
moving on.
uh, no, we are blessed that it's even though you guys out there only hear Alesha and I, this is very much the four of us. Brad in the background with Alesha and Amanda in the background with myself. There is a definite shadowing of all that we do, and this is something that is all of us that we're doing together.
It's truly a team effort, which is really awesome. I want to hit on, okay, so you talked about, I want to go back to where you were talking about your podcast and trying to get it downloaded and all the headache from it. And how we talked about it earlier this morning and how with that, the lessons that can be learned in it. And I think you said something, and don't quote me if I'm wrong on this, but you might have to correct me, I guess. But something about how you wish things would be easier and smoother and you would be more like calm with it. And I sort of pointed out the fact that in order to learn how to do that, you have to have these situations that push your buttons to learn how to
Practice.
be.
Well, as much as I hate to admit it, practice. It's almost like, when you do a job a long time, you have what we call muscle memory, right? Whether it's a work thing or an exercise regime or something. I think what I'm learning is that we have a brain memory, and by exercising that, and bad situation, stop it, treat it differently. Bad situation, stop it, treat it differently. You don't notice it's a bad situation after a while, because now the habit is to treat it differently than whatever made you feel like you needed to treat it differently. So that puts it in a different perspective, right?
But I think the big problem is, though, is people are not aware of it and they just, the same situations come up and it's the same response every time. And then they go, why does my life suck? Like, why are there all these problems? And it's not always that there, it's how we view it. It's so I think it's creating a level of awareness too of how do we stop these things from continuing to happen, and they're always going to happen. I think, but they're not maybe to the extent. But it's also learning that part of it is how do we respond to it.
Right. And yes, I agree 100%. But what I'm going to again repeat, because repetition is what we need to remember and learn these things. So by doing it, practicing it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've been talking on the walks with Charlie Brown about goals for a week. And one of the things that I'm focusing on is that not only is the goal the point, but what you learn to have the skills to accomplish the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So the day before you do the goal, if you don't actually do what the goal is, as long as you have all the skills, how much have you not accomplished?
Mm. Yeah, it's a great way of looking at it.
Perspective.
It is. It's all perspective. I mean, I really think that's one of the biggest parts of all that we talk about when it comes to living a life of purpose and walking it out. I look now at the hard situations that I go through, and the opportunities in life that normally would have like freaked me out or just stressed me to high heaven. Instead, I look at it and go, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? How does this opportunity that I once would have looked at and like, oh, woe is me, now I look and go, okay, what can I learn from this? And how can this help me to get to my closer to my goals? How does this perspective shift help me to really make a difference? And perspective is so powerful. I think that over and over again.
Absolutely. And the thing about what we were talking about throughout the week is the value of repetition. So and so now you change your perspective and you look at it from, okay, what am I going to learn? So now learn, right?
Mhm.
And then when the next opportunity comes up, instead of it being a disaster, it's an opportunity. What am I going to learn today? And man, I'm learning a lot because I got a lot of opportunities for learning over here. Is that funny? You
It
think
is
it's
great because
funny?
I think because it's one of those things that we again, the perspective, it going from, why is that happening to, oh my goodness, look at these opportunities. And I actually think when you begin to see the opportunities, they don't become as negative. Like they become, and it helps us then to focus on, I think going back to, it is the journey that's powerful. It is the journey that what we're learning along the way that's equipping us for more of the journey, that's helping us to really dial in even more on our purpose as we walk it. And so when we go in with that perspective, it's never like a woe is why is this happening to me, but how can this help shape me? How can this help me grow?
I as my journey progresses, as I was saying earlier, I'm growing at a really crazy rate right now. I mean, I tell everybody, oh, work. Can you be a 0.5% better at one of your things? Can you be a 0.5% better at your taking care of your physical health or your emotional health or your spiritual health? Well, I'm pushing myself to do that in all of these avenues because God's calling for me is this purpose. And if I want to get out in front and model this and tell people out there that are watching us to, hey, look at me, I'm trying really hard.
Okay, so and I mean this somewhat as a joke, but not really, because I think there's actually really seriousness to it, is the whole joke of like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I don't say that in a sense of throw you in,
No,
but
no, no,
here
no.
you are in you're 61 now, right?
Yes.
And
Lived another year.
I know, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
But so oftentimes people think, well, I'm just too old. Like
Oh
it is what
no.
it is.
No, no,
It is
no.
what it is.
Oh,
And that
wait,
is
wait,
so not true.
wait, wait, wait. I know we're not supposed to talk over each other. We got to get headphones because that'll stop us from doing that. I've been getting coaching from people who know about these things. Um, I'm going to say exactly the opposite, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to have dementia. I don't want to have Alzheimer's. I want to exercise my brain. So my obligation to myself to grow, learn, push more harder as I get older is greater, not less.
Mm,
Right? And that's
yes.
my obligation to myself. This doesn't have any, does it reflect well on my wife and on the people I have relationships with, the people I work with, you, all of the people in my circle that I care about? I believe it does, right? Because it's kind of no fun when your people don't remember who you are, right? It sort of takes away from the experience, although it could be fresh. We could meet new every week.
It's a whole new experience every time. Okay, let me ask you this then. If we're focused on that and you're have you always had that perspective? Or
No,
when did you have that? And how is it just been recently with the realizing you have purpose that you've now realized, wait a second, I can learn new things. I need to learn new things. I need to grow. When
you
did
know,
that happen?
it's a funny story. I went to Las Vegas, and this nutty lady with these crazy yellow glasses. No,
God.
this is new. I've always exercised my brain. I've always read. I read the book that said once a week brush your teeth with the other hand and all that stuff. And I think about it because I have a family history of people having some issues with some things, and I don't want to repeat that if I can help it. Um, but since we've started this journey, which has been so incredibly fast, it's like my growth has been exponential, and there's some growing pains because I'm like trying to do things and I look up and I'm just like, how did this happen? I mean,
This hurts.
well, I keep Newfoundland dogs and they're giant puppies. And when they're growing, we actually feed them a particular diet to slow down how they grow. If you let them grow too fast, their bones hurt. You can have your puppy will just lay there and cry because their bones hurt from growing so fast. So you feed them a higher oil content, higher fat content, a little bit less protein, and zero fillers to slow down that thing. So I don't want to slow it down. I'll deal with the growing pains, right? I'm not a puppy. It's my choice. I want to
Ooh.
exercise this.
Wait, go back to that. It's your choice. That is something because I think a lot of people don't want to own that. Like they want to say, well, life has just happened to me, all this stuff, and it's just life isn't fair, whatever reasons, and recognizing the choice in it. No matter when, you can be 61, you can be 41, doesn't matter.
You
We
can be
all have a choice
21.
in it. You
It
can
doesn't,
be even like I'm telling my 9-year-old son, you have a choice in all of this.
and the powerful part of what we're doing here is getting people to understand this is your choice. This is our choice. The invitation to a community, the desire to have you join what we're creating as a lifestyle
Mhm.
is genuine and it's sincere, and we are doing it. And yeah, you know what? I'm older. I got less time. I got to learn faster, right?
Powerful. Yep.
I don't.
Time's wasting.
Is it lunchtime?
Oh, I said
Hey,
time's waste. But actually, hold on. I don't like that saying after I said I went, oh, I don't like that because we are choosing to not let there be any waste in time. Like we are, and that's the other powerful thing is we are making a choice to live with purpose and intention. I don't want to waste my time on it. Because the older I get, the more I realize how valuable my time is. Like, because I know it goes fast. And so I want to choose to not waste it. I want to choose to be intentional with it. And there are so many powerful ways to do that. And going back to perspective, going back to the idea of mindset of going, I am going to be intentional in shifting my perspective. I'm going to be intentional in walking things out, lining my mindset to look at the positive side of things, to not always focus on the negative, but to and it doesn't mean like I think sometimes when people think, "Oh, well, you just look at it positively," like, "Oh, I look at it through rose-colored glasses, I don't see the truth of it." I'm like, "No, no, no. It's still the same situation. I'm just choosing a different perspective." And I think that's a powerful way to look at things. But time is not wasting, not on our end, anyways. Some people are still wasting their time, but we aren't.
And here's one of the biggest blessings about what we're doing. Okay, I'm 61. I'm trying really hard not to waste time because I feel it's limited. You're 41, right?
Yep.
You're on the same exact thought pattern. And we've got some audience members that are in their 20s. If you guys at 20, if you start right now with this journey, you can grow beyond the things that we've limited to because we've started later and later, right? I'm trying to catch up. Whereas if you're 20 something, you've got this entire journey to learn and grow and octopus your brain into all of these crazy places where you can learn about different things and different perspectives and share the purpose effect in a broader audience because you have more time.
Oh, it's that is like it, there's this ripple effect that begins to occur when people then live with purpose, when people live with intention, when people create a level of awareness that you can't help but not begin to share it with others. I mean, I oftentimes now, my poor family, like my mom will say something and it's like sort of negative and it's I just say, "Whoa, hold on. That was not like a very great comment." And I just call her out on it, and not in a mean way. It's just creating awareness to go, wow, that simple little thing that you just said
Oh
actually has
my
a bigger
gosh.
effect.
I just had the total flash. We're going to get orange shirts printed up with the purpose police. You're not doing it right. We're with the purpose police.
It is like I do have to, and but I would also say like today I was leading a Zoom for my team and I said something like, oh gosh, now it's I just drew a blank of what it was that I said. But I said it. Oh, I know what I said. I told people, I said, listen, you guys, I said, there's a couple other people that shared their perspective on things. And I said, you guys, I just want you to know that like we're no more special than the rest of you. And I said it and I went, whoa, hold on. I said, I take that back. To say that we are no more special is putting us down. I said, we are all special. We all have such powerful gifts and talents. Instead of bringing, it was like I had to almost bring down to help others up. And I went, wait, why don't we just raise everybody up in this powerful perspective? And so it's those little things that I realize as I'm working the muscles of my mind and my power, the power of mindset and positivity, it's actually easier for me to start spotting that stuff and to
It
start
gets better.
recognizing it. Yeah.
It gets better. Let me push this out as we grow as a community and we can help catch each other. When one of the other ladies, before you have a chance to go, wait, one of them goes, "We're all special. You can all be up here and do this with us." Before, right, when we start overlapping, when the ripples of the purpose effect of trying to be better and see a different perspective, when we start overlapping and helping each other, then we're getting into that whole physics thing where it's inertia and force and motion doesn't want to stop and good stuff,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
the more we model it, the more the people around us help us as we help them as they help us. And everybody, what's the saying? All ships lift in a rising tide.
Mm-hmm.
So
I love it. I love it. Thoughts that are changing the world.
separately, as I've said in the past, and I love this saying, we are separately changing our worlds, together we can change the world.
I love it.
Right. I deal with the businessmen around me, and I keep trying to get them on board to this. And as people are getting the idea and we're working at it together, when my team works with their team, things are going better.
Yeah.
Guys are more cooperative with one another. We have a little bit less snooty trade baloney in between the guys. And every small amount of improvement that's noticeable is valuable, because then we have the building blocks to build it on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and sticking with the theme and going back to our super gracious guest from Monday, repetition. Keep telling yourself that your perspective can be great. Keep practicing seeing the light instead of the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot of time to practice this week. Good grief. So did I tell you I got a puppy?
I saw some pictures.
We got a
He's
puppy.
pretty cute.
She's kind of cute. She's unnamed. She's unnamed royal puppy.
Oh my. So what we should challenge our listeners is, hey, if you guys have suggestions on names, you should comment and let us know.
That was where I was going. We
Oh, I beat
are,
you to it.
yeah, but I love it. I like that we're thinking similarly, because I would love suggestions from like-minded people. Um, I've in the past, I kind of take like royalty names. Coco's real honest to God papered name was Lady Constantine. I think that lasted about 3 minutes before she was Coco. So we're looking for suggestions and thoughtful things about what we might call our beautiful puppy. Check us out on social media. I'm sure there's going to be like a gajillion pictures of her there in the next 10 minutes. So
Oh, I love it. And she is pretty sweet. Now, my question is, how is Charlie Brown handling her?
Charlie was like, I brought her home. I sat in the garage with her on my lap and let Charlie out. He came over and sniffed her all over. And he kind of looked at me at like, is this for me, Dad? Is this mine? I'm like, I know it's not traditional in America, but I did buy you a wife. You got to wait till she grows up. It's kind of a traditional way we do it. So, no,
Well,
he was great. He was great. So
oh,
that was a relief, because he's still
you
a bit of a
never know.
puppy. I didn't know
Yeah.
if he was going to be jealous of another puppy,
Yeah.
but when we were camping over the holidays during the break, there was like 12 dogs in camp, and he was like a socialite. So
Doesn't surprise me. He is pretty social.
he has a girlfriend. I don't know. The girlfriend might be jealous now that he has a wife. He's
Well,
just dramatic.
don't tell my dogs, because my dog might not be very happy either. Just so you remember, my dog, Little Ever, really connected with Charlie too. So there might be some more competition.
Sounds like pack drama.
Yes, it does.
Charlie is a pretty good looking guy.
He is, and he has a sweet personality. It is fun when you add stuff. I know we added two little baby kittens. It was now, let's see, we've had them for a month, 2 months, and it's been very interesting with them as well. And so anytime you add something new to the home, it does make things interesting. But
No, we've been having a great year. We did take a little bit of a break, both of us. We got to actually spend a little bit of time together, which is always wonderful. We both got to, with intent, spend time with our families and focus on what the holidays at the end of the year should be about in my mind. It's not about presents and those things. It's about presence, as in being there. And that was something that we both focused on and took time to do. And it was wonderful to see. I love that you share so much with us on the social media, because you guys are a hoot. Kind of
we do have
tired.
a lot of fun.
Wow, you guys got a lot of energy. There's a lot of mojo at your mojo.
Well, I'll tell you, it's all natural energy. And then you add in Mojo, then it really makes it a little crazy. I know I had all my niece, well, I had 16 of my nieces and nephews. I was missing a few at my house when we did our first annual cousin sleepover. That was chaos, but man, it was fun.
Wait, did you say 16?
Hmm.
Oh, wait, I forgot. The Culvers are personally repopulating South Dakota.
We do say that. I actually say that all the time, even to my I'm on our local school board and I talk about that. I'm like, I'm really helping with enrollment numbers. The Culvers, which is my maiden name, we've like really helped with keeping the numbers up for our community.
You better watch out. The feds aren't going to like you if you keep running the numbers up on the schools. And
Oh
you're
man,
like
I tell
you're
you.
like one of those crazy parents. You actually make your children go to school. I mean,
I do.
holy
I do.
smokes.
Well, you can't don't even get me on that soapbox of how powerful education is in so many ways. We should always be learning.
Well,
But we are out
we
of time.
are we are all learning, and that's what takes us here. And that's how come you just spent the last half hour of your life listening to us talk about this, because we really sincerely love each and every one of you. And we want this powerful growth that we're feeling, this learning to be uncomfortable, which is not, it's not something that you do naturally. But when you trust that God's going to catch you and you lean into the wind, God makes the wind blow a little harder and you don't fall down.
And it's worth it. It is worth it. So, well, with that, we probably should wrap up, you guys. It has been so much fun reconnecting with you all since we did take a couple weeks off. And, but here's what I will tell you. One, go back and listen to Monday's episode. We had sisters Jenny and Shelly on, and they are just amazing with the book that they just came out with. Let's see. Wait, did I just say that? Is the title of the book. It's so good. Next week, Monday, I actually have a special guest on my Monday episode. His name is Ricky V. And I will tell you, you want to hear his story. I just sat there and was like, oh my goodness, it's so powerful. His family immigrated from Peru when he was 5, and just what he has accomplished in the years since he's been in the US. And he has been in network marketing and has made quite a bit of money. We're talking in the millions. And it's just really cool because it's not so much about the money that's powerful. It's how he lives his life with such intention and purpose that has shifted things. So you guys do not want to miss that. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up in even the next few weeks. But with that being said, David, anything else you want to say before I close us out?
Um, yeah, actually, there is just one final thing. As we go forward for the next week, learn to live with intention. Learn to live your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, ask God. He'll let you know.
Mhm.
You
Yes,
may
he
not
will.
like it. You may not like it.
And I'll
You
tell
may not.
you,
We're right.
every single one of you has a purpose. So
And
I
we're
love
right
that.
here together. Let's do it together, everybody.
I love
Until
it.
we
Okay.
get together next time, please join the community that is the Purpose Effect. It's a lifestyle. If this touches you, share it with a friend, reach down, give us a like, subscribe. All of these things help us.
There you have it. I love it, David. I always love connecting with you. Thank you, sweet friend. Until
Talk to you
next
next
time,
week.
you guys. We'll see y'all later.